I just want to ask you a few questions.
I don't
about
care what you do.
Okay. Your thoughts about this festival being 50 years old?
I'm older than the festival. Next question.
Okay. A Newport memory.
Oh boy. Can I have a? Can we come back to that? Yeah. Let's go to the next one.
Okay. Your thoughts about George Wein, who has to go straight to heaven after putting this together for 50 years, and his role in this whole
Okay. My thoughts of George Wein. That George Wein, upon undertaking festivals after running a nightclub, should have known better. That upon George Wein's death, his tombstone will read, he broke even.
He was left behind when he started. You have a great love of jazz. I know you're a drummer. Are you going to perform for us today here at the Sirius Satellite Radio JVC Jazz Festival?
I am not a drummer of any great quality. I am a banger. I'm a step above a 4-year-old who found some sticks and saw the drum and started to beat on it. A 4-year-old, by the way, let me clarify, who has never studied. I do have, because it's been known, timing. Whether or not I have great taste, that too comes within the song. But I do know that today is a great day for me because there's a song that I've written and there's a song that I've chosen and there's a Dizzy Gillespie arrangement of Manteca that I love, which I call Eddie Harris Goes to Dizzy's House. And we have 45 minutes, and I think this is by far my best effort with a band.
Now, you had written tunes before. You wrote the 2 theme songs to your program, didn't you, with Quincy?
Yes. Well, Quincy really wrote the one that I mumbled to, but I wrote the 2 series themes, and they really haven't been known to be things that people hum on public transportation.
Well, we're playing on Sirius Satellite Radio now a remix of the 69 theme, Hickey Bird.
Yes, and you must know, I don't know if you've cleared that yet, but what Quincy would do was when this is for the people who don't know, this is the Chet Kincaid series, which played for 2 years, I think, and NBC didn't like me because I refused to put an audience laugh track or a canned laugh track with it. I said, let the people laugh when they want to. And so they yanked this. We followed the world of Disney. So I think we had pretty decent ratings, but it's only 3 networks. They could do what they wanted to do. Chet Kincaid was taken off with only 50 shows, 52 maybe. And then it became a huge hit in Chicago. I think they played it at 3 in the morning. But people getting off at that hour loved it, and the ratings were going through the roof about Chet Kincaid, the school teacher who was just trying to get through a usual day, but always wound up getting into somebody else's business. What would happen was there's a club called Shelley's Manhole, and whatever group was playing, Quincy, with his power, would get the lead artist to come into the studio. So that's why you have Rahsaan Roland Kirk playing in there, and Cannonball playing, and Ray Brown, of course, playing, and it's just wonderful to hear Jimmy Smith doing some ad-lib, abstract stuff, and I'm very, very proud of him. And of course, I consider myself the Jack Benny of jazz, always coming in and interfering with great musicians. You know, a guy who can play a little bit, you know, enough of whatever, but you know, there he is standing in the middle of something and having to be told to get off.
Well, you're a lucky man to be able to do that. Tell us about the group you're leading here today at Newport.
This is a very, very wonderful group. James Carter, very, very wonderful fellow, discovers a lot of interesting things. And of course, Jerry Allen is our piano plunker. And I try to give her as much as I can because she's very, very brilliant. And then, of course, her husband is on the trumpet, and then on bass, Dwayne Burnham, and Ndugu Chancellor is the drummer, and then all I do with my drums is try and raise the crescendo or change the tempo. Now sometimes they'll listen to me and then sometimes they won't. But it's an awful lot of fun. And I do think that one of the best attempts was the one I did 2 years ago when I took Bo Diddley and slowed it down. But today, I want you, if you can get a tape of it, today we're gonna take Bright Moments.
Good.
And we're slowing it down slower than anybody has ever played it. And the beauty of that is you're going to hear Duke Ellington in it.
Great. I want you to do one more thing for me.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
You are listening to...
Yeah, just say
No,
right here.
go ahead, just tell me.
You can read it right there.
No, just tell me. You are listening to
No.
Jazz featuring George Wein, Going Broke on 3 out of 4 acts.
But he loves the music like you do.
And the people as well. So let them sit on wet grass and not smoke it.
And not smoke it and not drink. That's the good part about this thing.
Yes.
Thank you very
But
much.
we're not necessarily all Mormon or Muslims.
True.
Yes.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.